Welcome back. We're Eric String Whiskey. Miller here.
Simpson here.
And we are talking turkey again. Last week was Wild Turkey 101. The hidden gem in whiskey, I feel like.
I feel like Wild Turkey is the hidden gem.
Wild Turkey itself is a hidden gem. You're absolutely right.
In and of itself. So about to dive in another one today.
We are. What are we drinking today, brother man?
Eric, we are drinking Wild Turkey Rare Breed 116.8 proof.
That's a pretty bottle.
So, quick background on Rare Breed. Rare Breed was introduced by Jimmy Russell into the market in 1991. It's never been formally age-stated. It's only been used as a marketing tool. But per Campari and per Wild Turkey, Rare Breed is a blend of 6, 8, and 12-year-old Wild Turkey. Not exclusively 6, 8, and 12. Here recently, they've been starting to add a little more older stuff, because they're getting some higher age stock, so they're trying to get rid of. But as a general rule of thumb, 6, 8, and 12-year-old Wild Turkey at various proofs. It does say it is barrel proof, but just like the word small batch, barrel proof, cask strength, full proof, all that stuff has about 40,000 different meanings. In this particular case, this is not cask strength, but this is the proof that Wild Turkey puts in at their in their barrel. So
it's more of a full proof, like Weller and 1792 do.
Yeah. So they'll take that all at 116.8 because that's what it's going to. That's what they're putting in the barrel at, and it's still one of the lowest on the market. The 116.8, in my personal opinion, is the best bourbon dollar amount, age range, proof amount, and flavor per price at $45. Just some deep red fruits and mixed with some caramel.
Definitely berry, really real berry forward.
Like, kind of like overripe raspberries.
Yeah.
If you let fruit go a little longer, it gets a little sweeter. It starts turning a little bit.
Turning on you.
That's the best. That's the best part about it. If you get one of those edible arrangements, and like the strawberries that are covered in chocolate, if you let them sit for like an extra day, they get way sweeter.
You get a fair amount of oak on that nose too.
I don't know if that's like a. Dove in a little too quick there. That was it's a real thick brown sugar, and I don't know. It's like it's brown sugar extract. Like if you were just to smell, like I don't know if you ever done one of those fit tests for like a respirator or expensive respirator. They put like a extract of some sort of smell, so just to make sure it's so concentrated that you can exhibit if you can smell it through a respirator. This is like extract of brown sugar. It's just like
right.
It's like punching you right in the face.
I get a little bit of like an orangey vanilla. I know I really get it with like the Russell stuff.
There's a little bit of that orange. It's a little bit like I almost think of those candied fruits at Christmas time, like those chocolate covered orange peels or the cordial cherries.
Right.
It's I don't know. It's real thick, sugary, like in your face fruits. Like you have to. I don't know. Every damn holiday has one of those. It's like Easter has the Cadbury eggs, where it's like you can only eat one of them and you have 50 cavities.
Right.
Same cordial cherries is the other one, is for around Christmas time. Those you just eat like one or two of them and you're done, and it's just like it's so rich and sugary. I'm tired of talking about it. I'm drinking it now.
Way ahead of you. That's good. Sweet. You definitely, that brown sugar comes screaming through. You get a little bit of that kind of nondescript fruitiness. What I like, and this is kind of, I've found this with all the, you get that that nice tingle on your tongue as it goes back, especially mid palate in this. It's just a nice long finish.
It's that brown sugar covered in fire ants note that I always like to use.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like you can just feel it walking down. Like George Washington's actually charging down your throat to fight the redcoats. A fair amount of oak on the back end there. It's fair
amount of oak, but you know what I also get kind of with that oak is just a hint of corn.
Mm-hmm. A little bit of the grain, which to me, I think that's what balances out a good solid expression like this.
Yeah, you don't want something oaked to hell and back to where you can't even drink it without puckering.
Right, and that happens a lot. That happens a lot with some of those Knob Creek single barrel picks, those 120 proof picks.
Some of those get spicy, especially as you get higher up in Creek.
Yeah, I like Knob Creek, but some of those picks, there's a reason that they're giving those picks away. But I think the masterpiece with Rare Breed is that cornness balances out its oakness.
It is. It's a very well balanced. You don't get too many tannins on the tongue to kind of dry your mouth out, but it's not too corny sweet. Like I don't want to call anyone out, but like a Woodford or something like that, where you got just a kind of a 4-year-old product that
tastes like suntan lotion.
And I mean, just the character that it has, that spice, the brown sugar sweetness, the berry, you can't go wrong. Letting it sit and then going back and taking a sip. The pop of brown sugar that you get when you first take that sip is so powerful. But and my favorite term for a super sweet cask strength whiskey, good old Cert Bomb. It is not that. I think it is so artfully blended that you get just the right amount of sweetness, and then you get the oak, and it cuts it. So yeah, you could drink Rare Breed all night.
I wouldn't recommend it.
I wouldn't recommend it, but
you could.
it's a good sipping whiskey. You're not going to get tired of it. You're not going to be like, this is too sweet.
I use that term a lot, and it gets kind of thrown around. That's what this is. This is good sipping whiskey. I've only had a handful of whiskeys that I would consider sipping whiskey. There used to be a product called Old Ezra 7101. That was before it changed into the barrel strength. And it was called Old Sipping Whiskey. It was just, that was its little thing. But that was damn good at what it was. But this is a good sit on the porch, sit in a rocking chair, watch it rain, sipping whiskey. And that's what that's the beautiful part about Rare Breed is it can be what you want it to be. But to me, this is a good sipping whiskey.
Right. And if you want to try it and the proof is intimidating, or you take that first sip and you're like, wow, this has got a lot of heat behind it.
Cut it.
116.8. You can throw an ice cube in there or a couple drops of water, bring it down to what you're comfortable with, and
Yeah.
it's not going to hurt the flavor that much.
Mm-mm.
So this was a good one. Good pick.
Yeah, gotta love Wild Turkey. It's hard to find a product that you don't like about Wild Turkey, which I only have one, but we will do that one later.
I am not a Wild Turkey aficionado, although I have read the book. So kind of, our tasting we did with Rare Bird with the Rise, that was fantastic. That was a great eye-opening experience to kind of the brand and what they have to offer. I really enjoyed talking critically about 101, which has been, one of my go-tos for a while now. The Rare Breed, and I can't wait to dive into what we have for the rest of the month, because they have such a wide product mix.
And trust me, we've got a big surprise for Thanksgiving Day. Just so everybody knows, we're keeping
I forgot about that. Yeah, that's right.
Big surprise.
So, this has been fun.
I've enjoyed it. In conclusion, $45 for a barrel proof whiskey, Wild Turkey. You can't beat it. It's there. You can always buy it. And all the other stuff is fine for every now and again, but this stuff is a staple, and it will always be on the shelf.
And I think that's going to be the take home for a lot of our the Wild Turkey products we do. It's affordable, and it's going to be there, and it's going to be there for a while.
Eric, where can they find us?
Find us on Instagram at Eric's_drink_whiskey. Where if you go there, it's full of pictures of bottles of what we're drinking. We're definitely promoting our videos pretty heavily there. And anytime we go anywhere real interesting, we're going to try to feature that on there as well. Also, be sure to subscribe to our channel. What that does two things. First off, anytime we drop a new video, you're going to get notified. Depending on your app or your desktop, whatever your setup is. If you don't follow us on Instagram, that's really going to be the only way we have something up. The other thing that it does is it feeds into the YouTube data machine to kind of give our videos a little boost to be suggested if it's 3 a.m. and somebody can't sleep and they're watching whiskey videos. And the more subscribers we have, the more likely Eric's Drink Whiskey is going to pop up in that list of suggested views. The other thing we're trying to do, and we've talked about this for a while, and we may have these coming out by the end of the year. We love sitting here and shooting the shit and talking about, our featured bottles. The other thing we're going to try to do is individually, as we can, or maybe even together, is film some just straight up reviews, little quick episodes of, this is a bottle we found. This is, what I taste. This is how much I paid for it. Would I buy it again? Stuff. As those come rolling out, if you've got something that you want to see Eric and I drink here on the show, that you think is a good bourbon that would be good to feature in that sub $50 category that's readily available, drop us a line either on Instagram, through YouTube, or through our email, which is ericsdrinkwhiskey@gmail.com. We'd definitely love to hear from you and get some suggestions on future episodes. So this one's been fun. This is definitely one of my favorites. I've had it in my cabinet for a little bit now, and it's definitely a go-to pour as the weekend starts getting closer. So thank you for taking us on this magical journey, Eric. And until next time, for all you folks out there, cheers.
Cheers.